9 shocking relationship mistakes you're probably making. Face screaming in fear. In this video, we will explore some surprising and painful relationship blunders that can affect both men and women. To illustrate these points, we will follow the journey of Jake, a fictional single man on the quest for love. Although Jake is not a real person, his experiences are inspired by numerous true stories. I genuinely appreciate your comments and insights, as they highlight the differences and similarities between men and women. While there are distinct ways in which we think, we also share many commonalities. Understanding a woman's behavior may not be as complex as it appears at first glance, and although this narrative centers around Jake, it could just as easily apply to Jane. Throughout this video, you will discover 9 genuine mistakes that may be hindering your ability to find or maintain love, along with 9 straightforward strategies to avoid or rectify these errors. If you are new to my channel, my goal is to help you navigate the intricacies of modern relationships, enabling you to attract and retain a meaningful partner. If you are ready to commit to a serious relationship without compromising your values, you have come to the right place. Once upon a time, there was a man named Jake. He was a kind-hearted individual, yet he had a tendency to make nearly every relationship mistake imaginable, at least for the purpose of this discussion. Unbeknownst to him, these traits were barriers to his pursuit of love. Jake was emotionally reserved, mistakenly believing that showing vulnerability was a sign of weakness. He thought that by keeping his feelings hidden, he could shield himself from the pain of heartbreak. Additionally, he was aware that women often find a mysterious man intriguing, so he assumed they preferred men who were distant and unemotional. However, this assumption was not entirely accurate. His emotional unavailability left both the women he met and himself feeling disconnected. To complicate matters further, Jake possessed a silent superpower. Whenever he encountered an attractive woman, he would become tongue-tied and awkward, struggling to communicate effectively and hindering the development of genuine connections. Does this scenario resonate with you? Jake's demanding work life also played a significant role in his challenges. While his dedication to his career was commendable, he channeled all his energy into work, neglecting his social life. Professionally, he was thriving, but his personal life resembled a desolate landscape. Despite his longing for a meaningful relationship, Jake had unrealistic expectations that women would intuitively understand his thoughts and feelings. He believed they would effortlessly interpret his unspoken desires, which led to frequent disappointment when his needs went unrecognized. Little did he realize that open communication and clearly expressing his needs and wants are essential components of building a strong relationship. Another blind spot for Jake was his tendency to invalidate others' feelings. While this behavior did not significantly impact his work life, it became problematic in his interactions with women. When he unintentionally minimized or dismissed their emotions, he left them feeling unsupported and misunderstood. Jake often invested his energy into pleasing others, sometimes even taking on their responsibilities, while neglecting his own needs. He rarely set aside time for his hobbies, passions, and personal development, which left him feeling unfulfilled and somewhat irritable. Jake struggled to voice his concerns because he felt uneasy about conflict. He would avoid confrontations and shy away from addressing issues, hoping they would resolve themselves. At times, he resorted to passive-aggressive behavior, which resulted in a trail of unresolved conflicts and unexpressed resentments, particularly with women. So focused was Jake on caring for everyone else that he lost track of his own commitments. His forgetfulness became yet another obstacle to finding love. His mind was so cluttered that he often overlooked the efforts of the women he dated. This apparent lack of appreciation made them feel undervalued, and as a result, they rarely stayed in his life for long. Over time, Jake began to believe that all women were the same. Have you ever heard someone say they had impossibly high standards and were simply impossible to satisfy? It's a common sentiment, but for Jake, this realization marked the beginning of a profound transformation. As time went on, Jake started to recognize that he had, in fact, encountered some truly wonderful women. Then, one day, it hit him like a bolt of lightning, an aha moment, if you will. Jake understood that among all the women he dated, the good, the not so good, and yes, even the ones he'd rather forget. The one constant in all his rejections was himself. This was a turning point. He resolved to embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal development. He signed up for a workshop focused on communication and conflict management, initially hoping it would help him connect better with women. Interestingly, he found that the skills he gained enabled him to express himself, his needs, and his boundaries more effectively with everyone around him. It was like learning a new language of empathy and understanding. He began to prioritize spending quality time with the women he was dating, planning engaging and meaningful activities that they would both cherish and remember for years to come. He started practicing active listening, which meant putting away his phone and truly focusing on understanding the perspectives of the women he met. It's like he was finally hearing them, not just listening to their words. He also made a conscious decision to prioritize his own well-being, realizing that he could only give his best when he felt his best. He understood that by becoming a better version of himself, he could, in turn, bring out the best in others, including the women he was interested in. So, he pursued his passions with renewed vigor, took care of his physical and mental health, and gradually transformed into a more open, calm, and confident individual. With enhanced conflict resolution skills in his toolkit, Jake started to tackle issues head-on. He engaged in honest and transparent conversations, both at work and in his personal life. He learned the valuable lesson of seeking to understand before reacting emotionally or trying to persuade someone of his viewpoint. It was a shift from me to we. He discovered that conflicts, when handled with empathy and respect, could actually strengthen the bond between two people, like forging steel in a fire. Jake made it a point to express genuine appreciation towards his colleagues and the women he dated. He acknowledged their efforts, both big and small, and expressed his gratitude. He learned that expressing appreciation without any hidden agenda or trying to be someone he's not, a term sometimes referred to as simping, is actually a sign of strength and self-assurance. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. As Jake continued his journey of personal growth, he started to command respect and admiration in his professional life and began to attract the kind of women he truly desired, women who valued his self-awareness and his commitment to personal development. His transformation was like a magnet, drawing in women who were seeking a deep, meaningful connection. And then, one fateful day, while Jake was enjoying a salsa dancing class, something he'd taken up to step outside his comfort zone, he met Zara. She was a vibrant woman who laughed easily and moved with an effortless grace on the dance floor. They struck up a conversation, and to his surprise, he found himself opening up to her, sharing his thoughts and feelings without any hesitation or self-consciousness. It was as if he had finally found someone who spoke his language. Much to his delight, Zara reciprocated, sharing her own goals, fears, and dreams with him. A shared, unspoken understanding of the importance of emotional connection drew them closer, and they embarked on a whirlwind romance. Together, they built a relationship founded on open communication, mutual respect, and shared experiences. They discovered the joy of feeling truly seen and understood. Isn't that what we all yearn for in a relationship? Even though they had their differences, which sometimes led to disagreements, they were able to work through them constructively, without shutting down or running away. Jake reflected on his journey and was amazed at how far he had come. The relationship mistakes that had once held him back were now stepping stones to a love that was passionate, authentic, and deeply fulfilling. He realized that his past struggles had actually forced him to become a better man, one who was capable of both giving and receiving love in a genuine and wholehearted way. From that day forward, Jake embraced the lessons he had learned. He continued to grow and nurture the beautiful connection he had found with Zara. And so, a man who had once been impossible to please had transformed into someone who not only understood himself but also knew how to build a strong, loving relationship. Jake's journey to finding true love is a powerful reminder that self-reflection, growth, and a willingness to learn and change can lead to a transformative experience. As the saying goes, nothing changes if nothing changes. So, let's take a closer look at some common relationship mistakes that men and women often make, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments about which ones you've been guilty of in the past. Firstly, dismissing your partner's emotional needs is like trying to fix a leaky faucet with duct tape. It's not a sustainable solution. Show your love and care by being there for them when they need a shoulder to lean on. Remember, you're a team, and teamwork makes the dream work. Secondly, silence can be deadly in a relationship. Expressing your feelings might feel scary, but it's essential for building intimacy. Open up, communicate effectively, and let your partner in on what's going on in that brilliant mind of yours. Thirdly, treating your relationship like a neglected gym membership is a recipe for disaster. Quality time is crucial, so make an effort to schedule fun dates, movie marathons, or good old-fashioned cuddle sessions. Fourthly, newsflash, women are not mind readers. Don't expect your partner to magically know what you want without communicating your desires. It's like expecting pizza delivery without placing an order. Fifthly, emotionally invalidating your partner's feelings is a major no-no. Acknowledge, validate, and show empathy. It's basic human decency. Sixthly, neglecting your own physical and mental well-being can negatively impact your relationship. Take care of yourself, pursue your hobbies, and remember that a healthy you equals better options and a better relationship. Seventhly, conflict avoidance is like pretending the elephant in the room is just an oversized ottoman. Face those conflicts head-on, communicate respectfully, and work together to find solutions. Eighthly, make it a habit to acknowledge your partner's efforts and express gratitude. Say thank you, let them know how much they mean to you, and remember that appreciation is a two-way street. Ninthly, stagnation is a relationship's worst enemy. Don't be afraid of personal growth, learn from your mistakes, and strive to be a better version of yourself. Remember, even if you find yourself making these relationship mistakes, don't lose hope. Take a page from Jake's book and turn those missteps into valuable lessons. Love is a journey, and we're all just winging it. Be curious, embrace the adventure, learn from your experiences, and surprise yourself with the amazing partner you can become. If you want to know exactly which area of your life needs the most attention, plus a step-by-step guide on how to fix it, check out my Wake Up to Love program. It's not a quick fix, but with dedication and hard work, you'll get out of your comfort zone and start seeing real results. And if you stumble along the way, I'm here to help you get back on track. True story. Remember, nothing changes if you don't change. If you found value in this video, please let me know in the comments. One of the most effective ways to support my channel and contribute to the idea of paying it forward by helping others is to share this content if you feel inclined to do so. If you found this video enjoyable, I believe you would also appreciate my video discussing 5 common mistakes that can hinder your dating life and keep you single. Thank you for watching until the end. I truly appreciate your support. Remember, you've got this. Wishing you all the best and God bless.